Good evening, softball fans, and welcome to Jerry Medema Field here in Waupun as we get ready for some American Legion 19U girls softball action here. On the broadcast today is myself, Jeff Sauer, and Noah Garrettson.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us here. So they're going to go through. He's just giving can't hear it, I think. Keep going playing with it. I'll keep trying some different stuff here. Go ahead.
Good evening, softball fans. Welcome to Waupun Jerry Medema Field for tonight's game between Fond du Lac Post 75 and Waupun Post 210. Starting for
all right, sorry about that.
Number 24,
so I was trying to help get the speaker system working here.
Three,
So inaugural season here, Noah, for girls softball, and you have a sister who's playing on there. Well, so you got a little bit of insight. So what are you hearing?
Yeah, they actually got their first loss last night. They were over in Lamira playing, so they split with them. Overall record, I believe, is 13-1. So pretty good season following their high school season when they lost in the sectional championship. Very young team, I would say. A lot of returners for next year especially. So it should be a fun team to watch next year.
Yeah, so tonight they're going to be taking on Fond du Lac Post 75, the Legion program from Fond du Lac. Sometimes they have nicknames, but I do understand, I believe that they did not give nicknames yet here to the Post 210, if I remember right.
Correct. No, I have not heard anything.
I know they were talking about having a contest about naming them, because we know the boys' team is the Wild Turkeys.
Yep.
Right, so they were talking about possibly seeing if they could come up with something for the girls' program. But at this time, I don't think they have done anything. So again, you mentioned that they're 13-1. What has your sister been saying about the team and how the games and stuff are going?
She's just said that they've been playing really well. Their pitch.
Lost you? Sorry about that. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You can't hear yourself? Okay, sorry about that. You can keep talking, though.
So they just said that the pitching, young pitching, has been phenomenal so far this year, and the offenses really came through. But yeah, so it should be fun one to watch tonight, that's for sure.
We're going to step away here for the national anthem. We'll be back here shortly for the first pitch from Jerry Medema Field. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Garrettson here on Jeff's live stream. Welcome back here to Jerry Medema Field. This is Jeff Sauer here on the broadcast. Not as big of a fan group as I thought we would have today, being the last game of the regular season here on a Wednesday. I know that we're looking at this, so we've got a little bit of the lineup here that Fond du Lac has only got 9 players here tonight. And sometimes that obviously makes a difference. Thanks for running out there and putting those signs up, Caleb, for me. So if you could also make an announcement for us, Justin, when you have a chance, that for those who can't be here, let them know they can watch this on Jeff's live stream on YouTube. So on the mound is going to be number 13 for post 210. That's going to be
Addison Braun.
Addison Braun is going to be the starting pitcher. She by far has been the stronger of the two pitchers, correct?
Yeah, I would say so. More innings, more strikeouts. I would say more dominant. Throws pretty hard for only being a freshman. Going to be a sophomore next year.
Yeah, and that's not to take anything from who's the other freshman pitcher? Is that Aubrey Farley?
Aubrey Farley.
Yeah, so they have an amazing tandem as freshmen, and again, they've done a great job for this softball program. Now, we're practicing here really to get some broadcasting because this Saturday, we really want to make sure our fans remember that on Saturday, come on down here and watch. It'll be the first game of the regionals to try and qualify for the state tournament that's going to be held in DeForest, I believe that's going to be at. And if we are fortunate enough to make it there, which, again, you never want to count your chickens before they hatch, but, I mean, the way things are looking, they should. They're going to have a doubleheader against Sparta, and if they would lose, I believe they would have to play a third game. So I believe it's scheduled for noon, 2, and then if there's another game that's necessary, I think it's a 4 o'clock. Does that sound about right?
4. It might be 4, or I think it might be the next day, too. It might be Sunday, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
up to bat now is number 24, Kenna Schultz for Fond du Lac. Squared the bunt there and knocked it, struck at it. Good pitch there by Braun. That's going to go over the head of the catcher. Lost that one a little bit. I think, is that Kaylee Westfall who does the catching?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't have the positions quite down, but I know you've got them for us.
Yeah, Kaylee Westfall catching, Lexi Garrettson playing first, Jalen Lando playing second, Callie Klein playing short, and nice play over there by
third baseman, number 14,
Hannah Beatty.
Hannah Beatty, who picks up a nice one there. Gets the first out. Got to double check here now that I'm trying to get my replay switched up so that it's activated here, so hopefully people can find it. That would have been a nice one to get a replay of, but I had it missing there, so strike one here by Braun to the second hitter. That's going to be number 3, Tristan Ernst is what we have. We're struggling with, is it the batteries that are in there? We'll get things worked out here. Behind the plate again is we got the Armga and Armga father-son team. So behind the plate is going to be Austin Armga. If I remember talking to Randy, Randy's one of our broadcast partners for some of the other games. He intentionally scheduled himself for all of the Women's Legion team or games at home this year. Oh, pulled the string. Good job there. And gets the strikeout on Ernst. So 2 up and 2 down. For the second out.
Yeah, very nice change-up pitch there, I would say. Got her way out in front on the front foot.
Yeah, big time. So got a shot here from center field. Get a chance here to see pitcher. That's good hard hit ball.
Lined out to the third baseman.
Right at number 14, Hannah Beatty for the out. 3 up, 3 down. For post 75 from Fond du Lac. Coming up next is going to be post 210. The lady post 210ers for right now, I guess we'll call them. We'll be back here shortly. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Gerritsen here from Jerry Medema Field in Waupun. Welcome back here to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for the bottom of the first inning. Coming up for post 210. Batting, leading off is going to be number 9, Ava Vandezan. On deck will be Kaylee Westfall, number 2, and in the hole will be number 12, Lexi Garrettson. On the mound for Fond du Lac post 75 is going to be number 40, McKenna Tomei. I think that's what it is. We didn't get a lot of support here for him. The Fond du Lac manager giving us pronunciation. In fact, we could hardly even read his lineup card here, but we did the best that we could. And in this inaugural season, we're expecting that we're going to have some mistakes that are going to continue to go on. We've had them when we were doing baseball stuff too, but you just start to figure out exactly what you need to be successful. First pitch in there to a strike. That rise ball goes a little bit high to Ava. 1-1. Oh, 2-0. I'm sorry. I was looking at the innings. No wonder it didn't change. 2-0. On the outside edge, she takes a swing at it. 2-1. It's not as important in softball as it is in baseball. They don't worry about too much about the pitch count or any of that type of stuff. These girls can keep firing all day long. It's going to be hit on the ground, foul down the third base side. Evens the count to 2-2.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that the pitcher doesn't have a mask on. I just saw that now.
Oh yeah, I thought that
I
was
haven't
a
really
rule.
seen. Yeah, I have not seen that before. So.
Hit on the ground. Ava trying to beat it out, gets down the line quickly and does for a base hit. Swinging bunt works.
Vandezan reaches on a base hit.
So runner on first base here for post 210. It's going to bring up number 2, Kaylee Westfall. Number 12, Lexi Garrettson on deck. One of the things I have noticed, that's going to be high.
Number 2, Kaylee Westfall now.
When I was watching the team play, especially in the spring, as how aggressive they were on the base pads. They were taking off. Now, I can't say whether that's been the case or not because I haven't seen Coach Stanky over at third. Taking off, trying to get down there. Vandezan going to be thrown out.
Pretty good arm there
play,
from the
yeah.
catcher.
Nice play there by, can't see the number. Can you see that number there, Noah?
6 or 9 maybe.
Just trying to take a look on her back there. I can't see the ponytails in the way and caught stealing on a good throw down there by the catcher. 2-6. That's going to be hit off the end of the bat. Going to go towards the second baseman, and that's going to be the second out. And the 4-3 put out. I have to get back into the swing of things too. I got multiple cameras working here. I really like the center field view, and got to remember to hover over that home plate, and when you hear a tick, to hit that button like that. That's going to be foul.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 12, Lexi Garrettson.
Was really hoping that we could get the game changer up so we'd be able to check out some of these batting averages for our ladies. Unfortunately, we're struggling to do that. 0-1 to Garrettson. Oh.
Must have been on the outside corner.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit high for what I thought it was. But
a little bit out, too.
But they're going to give, and you'll notice this even more when you watch out Noah, and you know this too, playing in college, that they'll give a little bit of an edge. At least especially at the high school, they're going to give you 1 or 2 inches off of that plate.
Yep.
Most of the time, if you have a pitcher-friendly umpire behind the bat or behind the plate, that typically is the case at the high school level. Staying alive in there, Lexi fouls that one off. Keeps it a 1-2 count with 2 outs.
Yeah, and if they're not giving off the plate, you hope that they give a little bit high and low too. Otherwise,
yeah,
that helps too, being a pitcher. So
very interesting. You're right. I have not seen a pitcher out there without a cage in the front. It's going to be a pop right to the pitcher for the out. 3 up and 3 down for the Waupun post 210 ladies. After one complete here from Jerry Medema Field, your score is 0-0. We'll be back here for the top of the second when Fond du Lac Post 75 is going to come up to bat. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Garrettson here from Jerry Medema Fields on Jeff's live stream. Welcome back to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for the top of the second inning. Leading things off for Post 75 is going to be McKenna Tomei, then Bree Mentick, and at number 26, Elena Fink. At least that's what we think they are. If we've got that incorrect, we would sure love to have some of you out there who are listening to the game. We also encourage you to put stuff into the chat. So there we go. Got Jeff Taves here as our normal broadcast person out there. So, Jeff, I hope that you're healing up well. You bet. I'm glad that we're able to bring this game. Our goal is now we're going to follow the Lady Post 210ers all the way to the state tournament, and we're broadcasting the championship game in Division I, regardless of if Waupun gets there, but we're hoping that the ladies get there. Nikki Broxma says, go Waupun and Ava. You bet. I'm glad that we're doing this live stream, and exactly the reason why we do it is because there's a lot of people who can't get a chance to get down here and see this stuff, so that's important for me to make sure we get that going as well. That's going to be fouled off. 1 and 2 will be the count to McKenna Tomei. I'm not sure why I lost. You know why? Because Jeff isn't thinking clearly. It's going to be hit on the ground to the shortstop, fired across the diamond. Good play there. Give it to us there, Noah. What did you see?
Nice ground ball hit. Kylie Pline made a really nice play, threw it over there hard, so got the out. Got her by a step or two, I would say.
Brings up number 4.
Yeah, so we were throwing chords together, and I'm trying to teach Noah how to do all this stuff, and I said, don't forget to make sure you plug in because your battery will go dead. And the battery went dead, and we lost the home plate camera. So we got things there. It looks like it's back up, so my apologies, folks. Make sure we still got the shot of the lines. Ended up pushing it a little bit. Oh, almost dropped it right out the window this time.
0-2 here from Braun, so way up in the count.
0-2 with 1 out already. Blows it right past her to get the strikeout. Nice job there from Brown.
Goes down swinging, brings up number 26, Elena Fink.
Brings up number 26, Elena Fink. So after 1.5 complete from Jerry Medema Field, your score is 0-0. Coming up in the bottom of the second will be Waupun Post 210. We'll be back. Welcome back to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for the bottom of the second inning. Leading things off for Post 210 is going to be number 13, the pitcher, trying to help herself out, Addie Braun. Number 5, Olivia Lease, is up on deck, and number 8, Roz Rivera, is in the hole. I always get mixed up with this flex player stuff too, so hopefully I'll get it figured out here eventually. Because Roz is the flex player, right? The designated player. Yeah, so she bats thanks, yeah, for Beatty. Comes the pitch. Loses that one a little bit. 2-0 is the count. Post 210 had a runner on in the first inning, their leadoff hitter. See if that can happen again here. That's in there for a strike. Taken all the way. And we talked about this, a little bit in the beginning. You mentioned that she's just a freshman.
Yep, just a freshman, so 3 more years.
She's only going to get stronger.
Yeah.
Taking the walk is Braun. So once again here in the second inning, the post 210 gets a leadoff runner on. And there's going to be a courtesy who's going to come in and run. That's going to be number 33.
Amelia Jones.
Amelia Jones coming in to run. So I had a conversation again, so people who are from Waupun kind of know that the expectation is that or know already that Coach Derek Stanky is taking over for the softball program. And I had a conversation with Coach Josh Novice as well, because he had stepped in and ran the spring program, and he did a great job with the spring program. And talked to him about it. He said he's most comfortable being at first base. That's going to be fouled back. 1-1, I think, is the count. Yep. Sometimes I talk loud enough that the umpires can hear, but normally when I've talked with Randy and Austin before, getting into second is Jones. So first base hit of the game is going to go to Olivia Lease. Oh, yeah. I take that back. It's a single for post 210. There was a hit, I think, in the first inning, right? For Fond du Lac.
Number 8, Roz.
No, Ava Van
Ava.
de Zand. Yeah,
Yep.
so I messed that up.
Hit.
Yeah, second hit. My apologies. Still, like I said, trying to get into the flow of things.
Yeah, I think if that was a better throw, it would have been a pretty close play.
Yeah.
So
I would agree with you. Roz Rivera. Now, this really surprises me that you got Roz in there who can hit the ball, and then you have her bunting to move people over. But this is what I don't understand about the game of softball, and some people can try and explain it to me all they want. I still am not going to understand why you wouldn't have somebody be swinging away.
Yeah, especially if they're a good hitter. In this situation, in this early of the game, I mean, I would probably be swinging away.
Did she pull back in time?
I believe so.
1-1. Oh, she's having a struggle at that play. Yeah, and again, I know we haven't followed the team earlier. I just was planning to do so, and then I just ended up getting lazy, to put another word for it. I just would get home in the evenings and want to sit at home.
Foul.
Keeps the count at 1-2. So I understand, again, the philosophy. You want to move the runners over in scoring position, especially with nobody out. I think you could ask her to, especially with 2 strikes, just to kind of choke up and poke and choke one over to the right side, and you get the same thing on a fly ball to the right side.
Yeah, at least the girl on second can tag up and go to third. Then you'll have girls on first and third with 1 out. So,
do we know if this Fond du Lac post 75, is this a combination of Springs players and Goodrich?
I'm not sure.
I would guess. I mean, it's Fond du Lac.
Yeah, so like I know for boys baseball that they're separate. Springs has their own team. And I don't know which post they run out of there. And I'll find out, I guess, I think this weekend. Springs doesn't play with a post. Rosvera goes down looking for the first out.
Brings up Jalen Landel.
Jalen takes a good hack at it there for a strike. Oh. Okay. I think I saw that they're in a regional this year, fouled off of the end. I think that they're in the single A Green Lake regional for some reason. I think that's what they stepped in and took our place there.
Yeah, since now Waupun moved to Double A, correct?
Yeah. And I don't think it's not because they added CWC to play with them. It's just that their population
The
this
enrollment.
year, makes them fit into that Double A slot. They have had a good season, last I had heard as well.
Yeah, I know they won the division. I saw that. But I exactly don't know their records, so.
And some softball. Good job staying alive in there, battling at the plate. We're going to start regional competition, the first regionals ever for, and some reason I ran out of data. So why is that possible? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, the count. 2 outs now. Kylie Plime coming up.
I don't know what that's crackling is. Is that your headset?
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Ooh. Oh, what a catch by the shortstop. And unfortunately, you didn't see it. Okay, that's not your headset. Something else is crackling like crazy. So what is it? It's coming from somewhere here.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear you?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Turn that off. Unplug that. Can you hear yet? Anything, Noah?
I can hear you. I can't hear me, though.
You can't hear you?
Nope, not yet.
Fond du Lac will top after the inning, number 8.
Okay. Go ahead and...
Can you hear me now? No.
You cannot hear yourself, but you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Now you can.
No.
Now you can?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Talk us how that inning ended there for Waupun.
Kylie Plime hit a line drive, and the shortstop made a really nice catch over her shoulder into shallow left field. So, really nice catch, especially with girls on first and second.
And a play before that.
Yeah, that was a fly ball out to the center fielder, and she came running in and almost caught it actually on the dirt. So, had a long run for it, made a nice catch. And runners did not advance on that either. So, pretty good ball game here in the top of the third now. It's a ball low.
Trying to work out a few little kinks here. How come I can't hardly hear myself, though? What's going on here?
Pitch comes in as a strike. 1-2 is the count.
Here in the top of the third, fouled off by number 8. What was Mel's last name? We never got it. We tried Myers, right? Nobody turned up here and asked us, what? So I guess we'll assume that that's correct.
Foul back.
Kind of surprised also, I would assume. Now, I'm making an assumption here because I can see down the first base side. The coach down there looks awful young. Now, if you're under 18, I believe typical rule was over at first base side, you have to have a helmet on.
Yeah, I believe so.
So unless I don't have good judgment anymore working with kids, which is possible. I've only done it for 29 years, not quite 30. Ooh, good pitch there. Brings it to a full count. Looked like to me that it just caught that outside edge, but I've also learned over the last several years that you don't question the umps. You're not going to win. They have a better angle.
Myers draws the walk. Brings up number 12, Megan Wright.
Runner over at first base now. The first base runner for Fond du Lac. Myers, I guess we're going to say. Yeah. Strike there by number 12, Megan Crate. Or Crate or something like that. Or again, Krecht. And again, if you're out there from Fond du Lac and you're listening to us, let us know how some of these names are pronounced, because I feel bad for the girls, because they like to go back. And maybe, Noah, you can talk about this if you ever gone back and watch the YouTube stream.
Yeah, no, definitely in baseball, high school, or Legion ball. I went back and just watched games and certain plays and pitches that I made, and so it's actually really nice to go back and be able to see how the game was. But yeah, good pitch in there.
Oh, nice throwdown. Oh, Lexi just was a few steps away from the base.
Yeah,
I thought
close.
she was dead. To rights over there. You know, I think Lexi was worried about a possible bunt, obviously. She's playing in front of the base. Yeah. That was the first time I think we've seen it. I just want to make sure it's right. That's Kaylee that's throwing that, right?
Yeah, Kaylee Westfall.
Here comes the pitch. Nice
pitch.
changeup.
Runner?
Going down.
Got
At
her.
second and out. Double play. Strike him out, throw him out.
Really nice play. Really nice throw by Kaylee down there. 2 outs now.
Great changeup. Gets up, fires it down, and gets the out.
Strike him out, throw him out situation brings up number 9, Saren Zabel.
Saren Zabel up now for Fond du Lac. Looked like she's kind of swung at that one. That was a little bit inside, over the top of it. It's got a nice swing, but Braun just has a lot more pop and lets that ball go. 2 outs. 1-1 is the count to Zabel. Here in the top of the third. On the outside edge for a strike. 1-2. Zabel kind of looked cross-eyed. She didn't turn around and directly look at him, but I could see her eyes through her mask like, oh. And that one's fouled off the end.
Yeah, I've noticed so far just from sitting up here that Braun really likes to work on the outside corner. She hasn't really went inside on a hitter yet, so and her ball does move.
Yeah, she's got good command of their pitches, too,
Yeah.
again. Well, we no longer call them freshmen. They're now sophomores. They went through a whole season. Right on the outside edge for a strikeout looking. 3 up and 3 down for post 75 as the lady post 210ers are going to come up to bat here in the third. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Garrettson here on Jeff's live stream. Hope you're enjoying that broadcast. Put your stuff in the chat. We'll give those shout-outs out there. And Jeff Taves, we're missing you, so I hope that you're able to get back here soon. I know that that's probably killing you because you like to be very involved in the high school athletic program. So we'll be back here from Jerry Medema Field. Welcome back here to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for the bottom of the third inning. Coming up for Waupun, it's going to be Rowan Harder trying to lead things off here for post 210. Inside and low. We talked quite a bit about in the past, so I think Rowan is the last hitter, right? Because Hannah is the flex, right?
Correct, yep.
And during the regular season, and the same thing for the boys baseball team, that number 9 spot was so critical, and they were almost like being a leadoff hitter because they were continually getting on base every time they were coming up. Inside, 3-0 to Rowan. Here comes the pitch. On the inside edge there for a strike. Three and one. Here comes the pitch by Tomei. Strike 2.
Caught the edge or the outside edge there. Good pitch.
Yeah, I'm an aggressive coach, and anything that I coach, it's just always be aggressive. Get up there and swing that bat. That's going to be popped up into the air, and the center fielder is going to come in and get the out for the first out here in the third. Batting now for the second time in the game is going to be number 9, Ava Vandezan. Vandezan reached on a single, but then got thrown out at second on a caught stealing. That glove's got a little bit of a pop, too, here from Tomei, from what I can hear.
Yeah, the pitcher's throwing pretty good speed, I would say. Probably on the harder end that Waupun has seen this year.
I missed the count here.
2-0, I believe.
Okay. 3-0.
3-0.
Yep, perfect. Here comes the pitch to Vandezan. Right down the middle. Tomei again comes in there firing hard right away. 3-1. High and drawing the walk with a runner coming on base. So all 3 times post 210 has had a runner on. It's the second time that Vandezan is going to reach. I'm kind of guessing on how bad she got thrown out that she is not taking off, but could be wrong.
Yeah, I would not think so. The catcher has a pretty good arm, I would say. So,
and a good delivery from the pitcher. Strike 1 into Kaylee Westfall, catcher for post 210. Grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning. Hit on the ground to the shortstop, fielded clean, flipped over to second for the out. Westfall will reach on the fielder's choice. Six to 4 on the putout. So Vandezan and Westfall just flip positions here basically. Brings up number 12, Lexi Gerritsen. Gerritsen with a pitch. That's going to be flown out towards the right side to the right fielder, and she makes the catch. Kind of a difficult catch over there with the sun over in right field and not having any sunglasses, but she makes the catch. For the third out. 0s after 3 complete here from Jerry Medema Field. We'll be back here for the top of the 4th. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Gerritsen here on Jeff's live stream on YouTube. We'll be back. Welcome back here to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for trying to do some messing around here. I just don't understand what's going on with my equipment. I haven't done a good job, I guess, keeping up on it for the past month taking off. So center field camera is not doing what I want it to do. So we'll keep playing with it here, see if we can get it to work. Top of the order here, number 24, Kenna Schultz, leading things off here in the top of the fourth.
0-2 the count.
Fouled off of the light pole. Noah, do you know anything about the new lights that are put up at the football field?
No, I have not heard anything.
I thought I heard that there was a major donation for that. I cannot think of who it was. Did Justin, you hear anything about that?
I've heard that it was Gluen that donated it, but I don't
Oh, I think that's right. I did hear that. Andy Gluen, yep, had donated all of the lights, and I don't know. I think they had to pay for installation and everything. I haven't seen that they've been set yet, but fouled off. Good job there by Schultz. So it's good, though, that we're going to be able to have some Friday night lights again for football. This Waupun is continuing to work on building their program, and here they did it again to us downstairs. What do you smell? That's some great popcorn. Good pitch there by Addie Braun. Thought he'd get her to chase.
Yeah, really mixing it up now as we're in the fourth inning. Seeing more and more change-ups from her.
It's going to be fouled to the right side. They got a different coach over there now. Over at first base.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the pitch down the middle, fouled off again. Kenna Schultz doing a good job here. So I guess I don't understand, and I cannot find, and I could say I was on it. I haven't looked. But why is like Fond du Lac not in their regional? Why are we all the way over at Sparta? Are they Division II, the girls?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. I think it's pretty much two teams are playing each other. That's pretty much the whole thing through the whole state. To go to state, I don't think there's more than two teams in a regional. So,
Is there that many regions? Because it's the
believe-
strikeout.
I believe there's 8. So there's 16 teams playing to try and go to state, and they take 8.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Waupun is Division II,
Down swinging, brings up number 3, Tristan.
which I hope is not the case because I think we're contracted through Radio Plus that we're going to do the state championship Division I game.
Okay.
And our hope was that was going to be Waupun. So the first out, it was a strikeout to Kenna Schultz. So, again, I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to have a good conversation with Coach Stanky to find out exactly what's happening. Fouled off by Tristan Ernst.
Yeah, there have not been many hits in this game. It's been pretty much a defense and pitching game so far. Believe there's two hits in the whole game. A couple walks, so.
Yeah, not much. Not many runners on base. 1-2 is the count to Ernst. Braun still dealing well. Changeup hit on the button, picked up over there, short, fired across the diamond. Ooh!
She looked like she was out from here.
Yeah,
Pretty close play, bang, bang, but I think she was out. So.
that's why it's nice to have the instant replay so we get to pull it up there and critique. Boy, it is close. I couldn't tell for them from that shot either. Randy was right on top of it and pretty good. Although he is human, and he'll admit it, that sometimes he makes mistakes as well. But on those bang-bang plays, that's going to be popped into the infield. Second baseman drops it, picked up by Braun, fires it to second, gets the out. So on the fielder's choice, well, I almost have to give that an error, don't you think?
Yeah, I would give that an error.
Yeah, an error, I would say. Infield single for Ernst gets put out on the 1-4 putout. Brings up the pitcher, McKenna Tomei. Zero zero.
Batting out for Fond du Lac, number 40, McKenna Tomei.
There he goes. Oh, a softball. I thought he was making her get a helmet.
I did too. I know with the baseball legion, they have to wear helmets, both
Yeah.
the coaches.
Yep,
so.
they do. Again, the inaugural season here, I'm sure there's a couple of things that
They'll change
Yeah,
once the
that-
season's over.
Right. But now that we're talking about that, it almost makes me think that Waupun is going to be Division II if they're playing Sparta. But then I don't understand. Again, you got Oakfield and Laconia that have programs that are close by as well, and Lamira. So
It's going to get
popped
down.
up in the air. That's going to drop in front of Harder. Kind of a surprise that the second baseman did not turn and go for that one quicker. But again, it's just all coming down with some experience. Runners at first and second now. I think this is the first time that Fond du Lac's had a runner over at second. So infield hit for Tomei brings up Bree Mentick. That's going to be hit over towards the right
Nice
fielder.
catch.
Picked up there for the out. That's number 9, I believe. That's Ava Vandezan over there making the play.
In right field.
Get in the out. No runs. Was there a hit? Yep, one hit.
One hit.
One error and 2 left on for post 75 from Fond du Lac here in the top of the 4th. We'll be back here for the bottom of the 4th as post 210 comes up to bat. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Gerritsen here on Jeff's live stream. Welcome back to Jerry Medema Field. Addison Braun up to bat. Trying to help herself out here. See if they can push one run across. Post 210 lost their first game of the season last night against Lamira. That's a good hit by Braun right up the middle. She's going to reach on a single. Trying to get things rolling here for post 210.
Braun reaches on a single up the middle. Coming in to run.
It's going to bring up number 5, Olivia Lease. And Amelia Jones is going to come in as the courtesy runner for the pitcher. Well, now the center field camera is working pretty well. Lays it down, foul. This I understand why Olivia Lease would be bunting, right? Because if she lays it down well enough, obviously Jones would advance to second, be in scoring position, and Lease, from what I've seen before, can run and get down the line pretty quickly, so could force the situation. No cover, that's good job there. On the bunt. And just as I say that about the center field camera, then it freezes. Here comes the pitch. Fouled again down the line. So now, swing away, definitely do in baseball, but I have seen some softball teams that
have bunted.
You are going to lay that bunt down on the third strike no matter what. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
I think she'll be swinging away, so.
Have to do some more digging, though, so we know we're talking a little bit more on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fly towards the right fielder, off the edge of the glove. Going to get over to second base in time as she bobbled, and there you go, moves her over. E for Lise.
Brings up number 8.
But Wazili will still advance the run.
Yeah, I don't know if she lost it in the sun or not. It doesn't look too sunny out there.
Yeah, I know. She may have just overrun it a little bit, got it on the tip of the glove. I mean, there's so many different things that can happen, right? And you know that more than me. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been on a baseball field or a softball field. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was on the field. I walked across it after I put the camera up. Rivera fouls it off. Again,
Tried to bunt again.
I don't. Second time she wasn't successful the first time, but the second time she will be. Yeah, I know Justin was telling us that she's just in a little bit of a hitting slump, so I get that, but swing away. Get a piece of it, especially look at how short the center fielder is.
Yeah.
Roz gets a hold of this. That's going to be
bunt.
bunted over towards the pitcher.
Gets her out at first.
Moves the runners, exactly what you want to do here in softball.
Rivera moves the runners over on the sacrifice.
Nice sacrifice bunt there by Rivera. So, again, I shouldn't be questioning Coach Stanky there. He knows what he's doing. For the first out, Jacqueline Landel coming up to bat. Good position here for the freshman, now sophomore.
Yeah, looking to put a ball on the ground to the right side or a fly ball and get one run across for sure. So,
got a piece of that there. And we've been talking about it. Tomei's got some good zip on her pitches, too.
Yeah, she's been throwing pretty hard. Both pitchers. It's been a pitching matchup tonight, that's for sure.
Has. Yeah. Jalen had a triple last night. Let's see if she can do it again tonight. Jalen did. Okay, had a triple last night. Be the perfect spot to hit another one here. That's going to be a pop fly towards the right-hand side. Oh, foul ball.
That would have been a pretty hard play to turn around and throw her out at home.
Yeah.
I think she would have been tagging on that. So.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I probably said Jacqueline. It's Jalen. My fault. Yeah, we got here 2 hours early so I could show Noah how to do the setup and how easy it is and see how everything works. And then like 15 minutes before we go live, everything takes a dump. So we couldn't get everything that we needed to do. That's going to be a pop fly over to the – oh, nice catch, but the tag up is going to come, and she's going to score. And the post 2-10ers are going to score first. Nice sacrifice and an RBI for Jalen Landel. Gets that RBI and gets that run across for Addison Braun, who was run by Amelia Jones. Still a runner over at second base. It'd be nice here if post 210 could push her across as well. Lise sitting over there in the dirt to Kylie Plime. The shortstop typically, right?
Yep.
Catches now and again. They decide to switch her and Westfall. Not that often, but once in a while.
Yeah. Takes a big hack at that. She's got a good, strong arm, and she's really quick. I remember watching her for the regular high school season and super impressed. And again, these girls are all back for the high school season, and it's just going to be...
Should be really fun to watch.
Yeah, it should be. Hit hard.
One thing that I've noticed is all the girls swing really hard.
Yeah.
So it's really good to see.
Great youth coaches making sure that they're fantastic throughout development here, and that's just one of the things that you see. Waupun is known. Softball and baseball, you're going to have competitive teams. Even when you're reloading, it's going to be high. Not exactly sure what the count is. We'll see if Austin flashes it. I wasn't paying attention here. I want to say it's 2-2, but I could be wrong. 2 outs, runner over at second, fouled off again. Because I know the state tournament is coming up in 2 weeks on a Saturday. 2-2 still is the count. Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I actually think it is. It starts on the 28th in DeForest. High again. Good eye up there. I don't know how she laid off of that. I certainly would have been taking a hack at it. Full count now with 2 outs. Send in the runner.
Yeah. I would. Yep.
Oh, she strikes out for the out. But damage has been done. Jalen Landell comes up, gets the sacrifice and the RBI to push Addison Braun across the plate, which was actually Amelia Jones for the 1 run. And Waupun takes the lead here after 4, 1-0. We'll be back for the top of the 5th from Jerry Medema Field. Welcome back here to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for the top of the 5th. Waupun just pushed a run across to make it 1-0 here for post 210. Up to bat for post 75 is number 26, Elena Fink. I don't know how Fink did the last time she was up.
Flew out to center field.
Oh, okay. Inside, looked like she was going to try and look for a bunt. I have to do a little bit of digging again on the American Legion website, see if I can find out how this is all broken down as far as that's going to be a base hit into the gap. It's going to get past and roll to the fence. That's going to be a double. They're going to see if they can get the ball in. They are, and they're going to hold her at second. Nice hit there for Elena Fink, hitting the double.
Yeah, really hit that ball hard.
Hit right in the gap at right center, rolled all the way out to the fence.
I think 2-hopped the fence, so.
Good contact there.
That's their second hit of the night.
Okay. Nobody out. It's going to be hit down the first base side. Lexi picks it up, foul territory. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Post 75 with a runner at second. That's going to be hit over to Garrettson. She's going to snag it, step on it, get the out, but the runner's going to advance.
Myers.
And fix.
Out to the first baseman, Lexi Garrettson. Brings up number 12, Megan Strike.
At least we think it's Myers because they haven't yelled up here at us and it's not.
Yeah.
We were talking about before we cannot read the coach's writing on the sheet. Here comes the pitch. Lays down the bunt. Picked up by the third baseman. Fires it cross hard, coming back to the catch. And safe as they are able to manufacture a run. Nice play, nice base running there by Fond du Lac. Heads up play. I don't know who picked that up. Was that the third baseman?
Third baseman, Hannah Beatty.
Beatty picked it up over at third. Got it down quickly down to, was that to Jalen who had covered?
Yep, Jalen.
Yeah, and Jalen tried to fire it back in on time, but it was just smart base running there. So 5-3 on the putout, but the run scores. 2 down And the tie game at 1-1.
Number 9, Sarah Zabel.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Saren Zabel. Struck out looking. Hits that one off of the plate. That should be fair.
Tags her.
Tags her and gets the out. She was wondering why it wasn't a foul. I kind of think she might have been asking.
Yeah. Hit the plate and bounced into fair, and
yeah, but she was, as long as she was in the box, that's going to stay as a fair
ball.
Fair ball, right?
Yeah.
Well, back here after 4.5 complete, you now have post 75 tied up with post 210, 1-1. We'll be back here at Jerry Medema Fields for the bottom of the 5th when post 210 comes to bat.
Yeah. Oh, now it went out.
Again? God dang it. Still out?
Now it's kind of going in and out. Now I'm good.
Okay.
It's just really touchy.
Well, like I said, that wire, somehow it had to be stretched out. And I just, again, because I haven't been using the equipment, I forgot all about it. And I was going to take it to White Music or White House Music or whatever it is and have them take a look at it. And use my wife's discount, but it didn't work. Forgot all about it. Welcome back here to Jerry Medema Field. Tie game. Bottom of the 5th, though, post 210 coming up. Leading things off is going to be number 7, Rowan Harder, the number 9 hitter. Flew out to the center fielder the last time.
Two 2-0 the count, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Told me he looked a little disappointed in herself or that she didn't get the call. I'm not sure what it was. That's going to be high. 3-0. Top of the order, ready to come up in Ava Van de Zan. Outside, drawing the walk is going to be Rowan Harder.
Harder draws the walk. Brings up the top of the lineup, number 9, Ava Van de Zan.
Van de Zan 1 for 1 tonight, a single and a walk.
Turns to bunt. Harder had a pretty good secondary leap off of the bag over there at first. But we saw before, this catcher has got a pretty good arm. Over the top of it, Van de Zan. 1-1 is the count. That one I could hear from Austin, getting that up here to us. Nobody out here for post 210. I'm going to check the chat at the end of this inning here and see what we've got out there. So if you've been watching the game, go ahead and let the girls know. That's going to be off the top half. That rolls into
the batter's
box. Smart play there again by the catcher. I want to say that that's number 8, but that might be Meyer.
I think it's number 8.
You can kind of see
it. It looks like 8.
Yeah. Van de Zan trying to make sure she's swinging away now with 2 strikes. I'm also impressed with, I've been watching this. That's going to be popped up into the air towards the left fielder. Gets underneath it, gets the out, and fires it in. Just when watching the stance of the girls in the batter's box, most of the girls are standing up towards the front, which kind of surprises me with the speed that. Right, exactly. So I don't know if they're feeling comfortable, but then again, you take a look at that one. She was away in the front of the box, and she pulls it down left field.
Yeah.
So I just am not as much attuned with softball as I am with baseball. In the dirt, Harder's going to go back.
Good stop by the catcher.
fired it down there quickly, but first baseman in number 12, Megan Kreit, playing in front of the base, possibly looking for another bunt situation.
It's a good pitch. It must just be a little high.
Yeah. It's the one thing that's really hard to tell here, and again, it's where it's at the plate too, because this rise balls that these girls throw really rises hard.
Yeah. Running.
Harder's going to
Good
take
throw.
off. Oh,
Threw her out again
good throw.
by the catcher.
Amazing. She got a good, pops out of there and fires it right down. Right on the bag. Good cover there by the shortstop to take Harder out of it. 2 down now for Waupun. Kaylee Westfall up at the bat. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. Westfall hustles down.
Westfall reaches as a base on ball. Brings up number 12, Lexi Garrettson.
Garrettson coming up.
Lexi looking for her first hit tonight of the night.
Yeah, she's been on the ball, fouling it off quite a bit. There's
There
it
it
is. Big brother calls it.
Line drive up the middle. Very nice hit.
Right, a beautiful swing, stayed level with it, carries it right over the outside of the stretch of the pitcher, right into right center. A beautiful hit. Runners now at first and second. And again, Westfall can fly. She runs hard on those bases, so you take any base hit right here, you can expect that she's going to score.
Yeah, interesting that
She does take off. Right there's we were talking about it. I didn't flip it over to the home plate, but there she is paying attention. Got halfway down and just takes off, which now takes the force away from third. I didn't mean to cut you off, Noah.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, interesting that Rowan was stealing with only 1 out when Westfall walked. So
Yeah.
then it would have been runners on first and second. If Lexi's hit, that probably would have scored a run.
Right,
So
right.
there,
Get on the ground again. Off
There
the
it
second
is.
baseman's glove, runs, scores, and advancing. Garrettson over at second base.
I would give,
Yep.
that, I would give that a hit.
Base
Yep.
hit, yep, that was a hard stretch, yep.
Dawn reaches on the base hit.
That's her third hit. I have it down as the game. Is that correct?
I have second. She walked the first time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not considering mine to be accurate anyway, whatsoever. Brings in now. Amelia Jones comes in to run, coming up to bat, right down the middle for Olivia Lease. Post 210, pushing a run across, making it 2-1. Yeah, right there at the chest. Right below those armpits, right there for a strike. 0-2 to Lease. Has to protect now. So baseball, you choke up a little bit, right? Get
Yeah.
closer to the plate. On the outside
Side.
for a ball, trying to make her chase 1-2. That was really heads-up baseball running by Westfall over there to get over to third. I mean, she doesn't score if she doesn't steal that base.
Yeah.
That's another
High.
chance for the runners to advance. Takes the force out of play. So Jones over at second. Garrettson over at third. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. Deuces wild all over the place. 2 runs for post
Ball.
210. Now it's a full count with 2 outs. Sending them.
Now,
I agree with you. I would be. See, I'm agreeing with you there, Coach Garrettson. Don't want that out going out hit
Yeah.
home, right? Pops that one up
Oh.
into the air.
third baseman's under
Yeah,
it, makes the catch.
Nice job there. But the Lady post 210ers, it's hard to switch back and forth. Push across 1 run to make it 2-1 here after 5. We'll be back here for the top of the 6th. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Garrettson here from Jerry Medema Field. Jeff's live stream on YouTube. We'll be back. Welcome back here to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for the top of the 6th for post 75. Leading things off is number 24.
Top of the order.
Kenna Schultz. How's Kenna done for the day?
She fouled one off her first at-bat and to third base, and then she struck out her second at-bat. So
0 for 2.
0 for 2 today.
Ooh, good pitch there by Braun. I think it went as a ball, though.
Yep. Must have been a little high.
Braun ready with the delivery. Seems like she's got a little bit of extra pop on the ball right now.
Yeah, the hitters definitely have to decide early.
Popped up into the air to the right fielder. Off her glove. Heading to second and going for a triple. Going to stretch it all the way and gets there is Schultz. Top of the 6th leads things off with a triple. Sitting over at third base as it just went off of the glove of Ava Van de Zan.
I would give that a hit.
I would have given it a hit too. I think that it sailed pretty hard. She was turned and running and got a glove on it, but it was outstretched.
Brings up number 3, Tristan Hurst.
Now let's see what Fond du Lac does here. Hit on the ground. That's over the pitcher. Westfall picks it up, fires it across, lets the run go in. There wasn't much she was going to do about it anyways. And we're tied up again. 6-3 on the putout for the first out. Schultz comes across and scores. Now 2-2. I'm just wondering, maybe, Noah, maybe all 32 teams did not put into play in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
And brings up number 6, Mallory.
Because if there's 2 divisions,
and if there's 32 teams and there's 16, if they split them exactly right, then you're right. There would be 2 teams at each regional of 8.
yep.
But typically for baseball, there's only 7 sections, and the home team qualifies for
Correct.
the state tournament. And maybe, I don't know. I'll have to do some digging. Maybe we'll get a conversation with Coach Stanky.
Fouled off.
Here's that comment courtesy between the umpire and the catcher there. That one fouled off, kind of caught the shoulder of Westfall. So as the umpire, knowing that, you guys have a pretty close relationship back behind there. So Austin giving Kaylee a little bit more time to get things reoriented. 1-2 is the count. Here's Braun on the pitch. Changeup just hung a little bit, I think a little bit outside.
Yeah, just a little bit outside.
Didn't have her normal.
Good chase pitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, she normally throws that a little bit flatter. Comes in. It's going to be hit to the right side. Garrettson calls it, gets the out for the second out. Mallory Thorpe goes down.
Brings up number 40, McKenna Tome.
Coming up, McKenna Tome. I think, we don't know. Don't trust us. We're just making stuff up as we go. Because we didn't get a chance to talk to the coach. And again, part of that's our fault, but the coach wasn't very friendly when you went down there, Justin, right?
Right. That's true.
Ron with a strike into Tome. How's Tome done? Again, my book is so messed up.
She's 1 for 2 tonight.
1 for 2.
Had a single her last at bat.
Okay. So now you can really see that the scoreboard is dialed in nice here. Now that the sun has gone down to those little yellow numbers, and I was.
Oh,
I think
Westfall
that
missed that hit.
Austin right in the shin
yeah.
guard, I think. So she turns around and returns the favor, says, "You okay?" Normally, this is where you should take a walk out to the talk to her pitcher to give him a little bit more time.
Break, yep. Yeah. I agree.
But again, that comes with major experience, which she has. I'm not saying she doesn't. Right on the outside edge. Where are we at, 2-2?
2-2, yep.
2-2. Yeah, so they did the same thing for the new soccer field, too. They put these yellow, I mean, yes, it looks great because those are our colors, but they don't dial in for crap when it comes to a camera. Good job there by Jalen Landel staying down on it at second base and then flipping it over to Garrettson. They look like twins running across the field when I was looking at the two of them.
Yeah, they are cousins. So.
Oh, are they really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it is now 2-2. We'll be back here for the bottom of the sixth. Post 210 trying to respond. Listening to Jeff Sauer and Noah Garrettson here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back. Welcome back to Jerry Medema Field as we get ready here for the bottom of the sixth. Post 210 coming up to bat here. 19U American Legion softball action here in its inaugural season. Glad that we're getting a chance to cover some of the game right before regionals coming up this weekend. Waupun will be playing here against Sparta on Saturday. I believe it's a noon time and a 2 o'clock time. Does that sound about right?
That does sound correct. Noon and 2. And then if they do split, they would play on Sunday, I believe.
Got it. Coming into bat now for number 8, Ros Rivera, is going to be number 30, Leah Bawalda. Getting a chance to bat here. Ball low. Any idea what year Bawalda is? She's also a sophomore? I know it's hard. I do the same thing. Yeah, the wall. There's no doubt. I think every one of these girls that are playing can hit the ball. And again, if it wasn't for the depth that they had as sophomores and juniors already on this team, there's a bunch of freshmen who are at the JV level who would have been getting a lot of varsity experience in most programs. But they stayed down there, got their JV experience, and we'll see how it carries over into the high school season next year. I mean, I know we want to make sure we finish this season first, but there's a lot of girls who are going to be competing for positions at the varsity level. And then when that junior class or now the senior class, when they shuffle out, there's people that are right there ready to step in and continue to reload.
Yeah, I believe there'll be 3 seniors, so 3 or 4 seniors.
Yeah. So they'll have plenty of experience playing, and this is what we do like about the fact that there is the Legion softball, because a lot of these teams previously would split off and go to their summer teams, and not some of the girls were together, some were not, but we know how big a difference it's made for the boys in baseball.
For sure, because you're playing about 40, 50 games all summer together. So
right, and it just makes a huge difference. And not that Waupun hasn't needed it. I mean, they just have been solid anyways. But just think about that now, just at one more step. Now you become an Oakfield who can guarantee
yourself at the state tournament.
Right, sectionals for sure.
Yeah.
Hit outside hard of the reach of the second baseman. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Bawalda turns, gets to second, and it's going to hold on the double coming in.
Really nice hit there by Bawalda.
Yeah, good job there. Nice level swing and gets the double coming in.
And brings up number 15,
Aubrey Farley.
Coming in for Jalen Landl. So again, I don't know enough. Does that mean that Jalen is out of the game?
In softball, I believe she can go back in, but I'm not
re-enter?
100% sure.
Okay. So we've been talking about it. Turns, a little bit low. Nobody out there to hold Bawalda. I don't know. Maybe it's something going on with the sun too, but knock on wood, the center field camera is working pretty well right now. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt. Good job there by the catcher. We believe that that's number 8. Mel Myers, we think, is the last name. Good stop there to keep Bawalda over at second. So we know that Coach Stanky had quite a bit to do with. That's going to get passed, and this time that'll allow Bawalda to move to third. Are we 3-0 on the count, too?
3-0, yep.
So there must be number 3 behind the plate.
Oh, number 3. Okay, thank you. Tristan Ernst. Yep. Thank you. Eagle eyes up here, and Justin was able to see 8 out over there in left field. Here's the pitch. I believe it's 3-0. Inside,
yep,
draws the walk.
Farley draws the walk. Brings up number 0, Kylie Klein.
Klein coming up to bat. Time is called. We'll stay right here. So let's talk a little bit again about Derek Stanky. I don't know who had the initial dream about putting this together, but I do know that Coach Stanky had been working on it for about 2 years to make sure that there was some Legion. And he has a daughter that plays, I don't know what, 5th grade maybe, 6th grade?
I think she's 12 Yep, I believe she's 12 years old, so.
And he was been in the baseball program, even helping under Coach DeBoer, all the way back in 2010, I believe, or somewhere in there where he had started working with DeBoer. It might even been earlier than that.
Yeah.
But he knew he was able to see the success that the Legion program was having with the baseball program, plus the cohesiveness that you saw from the players and the parents having a lot more fun traveling around to those types of tournaments, and the success was there, and it's translated into, obviously, into the 2018 state championship for the boys.
Yep.
And I think that he knows the value of it, and there is enough girls, and there are a lot of summer programs around that are playing, so why not play for your hometown, right? And almost every town has a Legion. Fires it down off the glove of the third baseman.
It's going to score.
Bawalda's going to turn around and score on that misthrow by Ernst. Kind of went off of the glove of the third baseman. I think it caught her by surprise. That's number 6, Mallory Thorpe, over at third, and then it just ricocheted and scores the run. And Waupun now with a 3-2 lead. Nobody out. Runner at second. And Kylie Plime up to bat. Pulls the bat back again.
1-1 the count.
Would not be surprised also to see Farley again with a lot of experience that she might go halfway there, and if third baseman and the shortstop aren't covering, she may try and swipe third as well. Swings at it, takes off.
Goes.
Yep, and that time there was good coverage, though. It's the shortstop. Kind of like it was a bunt and run, I'm guessing. It was more a hit
That's
and
what
run.
it looked like,
Right.
hit and run.
Yeah.
But she was trying to bunt.
Right. Coming up to bat.
The catcher does have a good arm, yeah.
Yeah.
It's her third time throwing a
Yeah,
girl
she's
out,
got
I think?
3 outs on the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plime's still up to bat there. I thought that she had advanced, but she didn't. What are we at? 3-1 with 2-2 with 1 out. Post 210 with a lead. I said I was going to check the chat, and I didn't, so we'll do that on this next time. So if you're out there watching, let the girls know who you're cheering for. Who's your favorite players? They love to go again. You heard Noah talk about it, and I know that's the case because Caleb used to tell me he'd do the same thing. Now he hated it that it was his dad who was doing the screaming, but he still would go back and watch that stuff. Hit on the ground to the third baseman, foul territory. That was a great snag over there by Mallory Thorpe. Wow. For Fond du Lac. And we say this all the time, too, so we are homers. There's no doubt about it. But when we see a good play, we see a good play, and we call it out. So even though, yes, we're calling the game for Waupun, well, if we see some good softball, we're going to call it out and make that recognition known. Here comes the pitch on the outside edge. Tomei had her fooled for the second out. It's going to bring up number 7, Rowan Harder. 2 down. Nobody left on the base pads. Harder 1 for 2?
Rowan is 0 for 1. She walked.
0 for 1, okay.
Last time up.
Here's the pitch. Hit hard over to this. Oh, takes a hop. You do not see that in softball. That's going to get past, and Harder's going to get to second standing up. Wow. I feel for the shortstop. You just do not see those types of hops take place. Hopped right up over her shoulder.
Not in softball.
Just must have caught a stone out there, or maybe the laces at the right time, or
yeah, lucky double.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was hit hard though. It rolled all the way down to the fence. So good job there by Rowan. So normally we also try and get down on the field and do an interview, but I think since this is your rookie game, we're not going to do that. That's going to be hit up into the air towards the center fielder, calling it, and gets the third out. But Waupun is able to score once again and take the lead, 3-2. Coming up in the top of the 7th. Let's take a pop over there to the chat. Let's see what's taking place there. So Jeff Taves in there saying, time to add more runs, ladies, and look what happens. Thanks, Coach Taves. Hope that the healing is going well. We're going to miss having you again. Every state tournament and nationals tournament that I've done here with a live stream, and Jeff has always been my broadcast person for baseball. And I'm sure he's missing it, too. That's why he's sitting here watching this game. But as I was saying, we normally will do an on-field interview. I think we're not going to do that tonight just because first time up there, and I'm not really don't have everything charged and ready to go. So we will hold off on doing that. But please make sure that you join us on Saturday. We're going to be down here. Noah and Caleb, my son, will be down here getting this stuff working, hopefully. And they're going to do the broadcast for the first regionals.
Yep.
That'll be taking place here in Waupun for the post-210 Legion girls. Or women, the 19U. And I'll be across town doing the 16U state tournament for boys, as we're hosting that as well. Looking forward to that. Some good teams coming there. No, over there I was looking at it. Seymour knocked out Kimberly. Seymour's coming.
So some pretty big schools then.
Germantown is coming. They beat the Fond du Lac.
Wow.
Beaver Dam got beat by Campbell Sports, so they're coming. So, yeah, the one thing that happens at 16U and 17U is there's no division.
No division,
It's everybody across the state, so we'll see some good
competition.
Some good baseball down there this weekend, so hope you'll join us. Nikki Broxma says, come on, ladies, you got this. Let's hope that they can pull this off. We're pretty confident from what we're seeing. Still firing for post-210, Addie Braun. It's in the dirt, gets underneath the glove of Westfall. You don't see that very often.
2-0, I believe, is the count.
Yeah, Addie trying to, I think, throwing just a little bit harder now. With this is number 4, right? Bree Mentick. Here's the pitch on the outside edge for a strike. Good pop off that catcher's glove. Get that center field view as long as I remember to flip back to the home plate. You can really see how she's dealing it. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. 3-1. What you don't want is obviously base runners. Here in the top of the 7th, nobody out. Post 75, trying to tie things up, and there's the tying run over at first base.
Mentic reaches
Going to bring up number 26, Elena Fink.
number 26, Elena Fink.
Fink does have a double tonight. She's 1 for 2.
Okay. So she's touched up Braun a little bit. Hit off of the right. Foul, getting over there and hustle. Good play there. Catching and turning right away and firing it across the diamond. What a play. Is that Ava Van de Zan
Ava
out
Van
there?
de Zan with a really nice catch.
Wow. Instant replay material right there. Flies over there. Oh, I just missed it because it was in foul territory. And I don't have a wide enough angle on the camera to pick that up from here, but a great catch for the first out. Keeps the runner over at first base. Post 210 with a 1-run lead. Just a little bit low.
Almost looked like she went on that.
Yeah.
Nope.
She's looking over at Austin and saying, did I get a strike? No, you did not. 1-0 is the count to Mel Myers. Here's the pitch. Outside. Good pop of that glove. Braun really dealing now. Should really set up nicely for her off-speed pitch here. Gets her
Good
chasing,
pitch.
fired down. 2-1. Hard to lay off that pitch at the eyes for anybody. Here comes the pitch to Myers. Right down the middle, fouled off, 2-2. Fink sitting over at, or take that back, that's Mentic over at first base. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle, fouled off, a little bit late. That's a good catch there by Lexi as that ricocheted off the fence. Here comes the pitch from Braun. Pulled the string on a rise ball. Out of the zone, full count. Don't want to put her on. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle. That's going to be hit over towards second. Gets the, fired it like she wasn't standing there. Wow. Finally came up and fired right over at Lexi.
That was a pretty hard throw.
I'd say.
I don't think Lexi was expected that.
No. E4. And now they got runners at second and third with only 1 out. It's going to bring up number 12, Megan Kreit. How's she done on the day?
She has a sack.
Okay.
So she's 0 for 1. She with a strikeout too.
Good stop there by Westfall on that little hop. You can see on this batting helmet, Fond du Lac Cardinal, number 12.
Throwing the bunt. Fouled.
1-1, I believe. Trying to manufacture and get that run in however they can. 0-2, okay. Thought that I didn't see it. Couldn't recall if she swung at that first one or not. Gets it past her for the out. Fires down to third. Good stock there by Hannah Beatty. 2 down now here for Post 75. Trailing by a run, 3-2. Post 210 trying to recover from their first loss of the season last night to Lamira. Right down the middle, fouled off from Saren Sabel. How about Sabel on the night?
She is 0 for 2.
0 for 2. Got a pretty open stance here. Here comes the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-1. Here's the next pitch. Right down the middle. Took a little bit off of it. So not quite her full changeup. Just took a little bit off of that inside. Down to their last strike. Here's the pitch. Gets
Good
a
pitch.
strikeout and ends the game on a strikeout, as Post 210 is going to come up with a win over Post 75. We're going to step away just for a few seconds to give Noah a chance to do some adding up and see where we're at for hits and give a final line. So we'll be back here shortly. Hang around.
Six hits.
Welcome back to Jerry Medema Field. Got a little bit of a tickle as Noah's trying to get everything situated. Waupun Post 210 pulls out a victory over Post 75 from Fond du Lac. So, ladies, I believe, end the season 14-1, the regular season. And now they're going to be out there and trying to get ready. Saturday, be with us here. Noah and Caleb will be on, I'm guessing, somewhere around 11:45, something like that. They'll be on air and ready to go.
Yep.
So I just want to talk a little bit about it. I want to let people know the reason I have my Venmo donations and stuff out there is because I don't get paid when we do these, and this equipment is not cheap equipment that I have, even though it looks like some of it isn't working. But so I do this. I thought about starting to do some pay-per-view stuff for games, and I struggle with that because the reason why I like to do this, and Noah's getting to hear this more and more, is this is for the fans that cannot get down here to the Diamonds. Whether it's softball or baseball, you just can't. And whatever that happens to people's schedule, I want you to be able to see nieces, nephews, cousins, neighbors having a chance to play the sports that they love. So that's why I have that Venmo donations there. Please don't feel obligated to do so. But I do not charge you guys to watch this. And as of right now, I don't even draw anything from YouTube. So normally we would have an on-field interview. We're not going to do that tonight with this being Noah's first chance. But I am going to ask Noah to give us a wrap-up here so far. What do you got for a final line there, Noah?
So Ava Van de Zan was 1 for 3 with a walk. Kaylee Westfall was 0 for 2 with a walk. Lexi Garrettson was 1 for 3 with a single. Addison Braun was 2 for 2 with a walk. Olivia Lease was 1 for 3 with a single. Roz was 0 for 2, and then Leah Bawalda came in and had a double. Jalen Landell had a sack, RBI, with a walk, so she was 0 for 1. Kylie Plime was 0 for 3 on the night, and Rowan Harder was 1 for 2 on the night. So Waupun ended up having 6 hits, and on the other side, Fond du Lac had 4 hits, and Addison Braun had 7 strikeouts, and McKenna Thorm had 4 strikeouts.
So a good game that we got to see here with these ladies. They did a nice job out there. And they end their regular season now. 14-1, I believe, is their regular season record. And they are going to be starting on Saturday. Be here at 11:45. We're going to have the broadcast here. I'm going to try and get down here super early and get things set up. And then I'm going to run back across the diamond. And it's a good thing that we have these things called cell phones.
Yep.
And some technology-savvy gentlemen who will be here so we can try and work our way through any issues that we might have. So thanks again for joining us. This has been Jeff Sauer and Noah Garrettson on his initial broadcast. Noah, thank you very much. Fantastic job. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. My goal was to try and hook you guys into doing this.
Yes, it was a lot of fun for the first time, so I enjoyed it. Thanks,
Excellent.
Jeff.
You bet. So I'll be here on Saturday to listen to those gentlemen calling the softball here, and that's a doubleheader. So they'll play at noon and they'll play again at 2. If Waupun wins both, they'll advance to the state tournament, and Sparta will go home and end their season. I don't know what happens if they split. I think we talked about they're going to play on Sunday, but if Sparta would win, and we talked about Waupun as an automatic in, so what does that do for Sparta then? Because that means that some teams got to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So, thanks again, Noah, again. Everybody out there, thanks for joining us. I hope you have a great evening. So, take care, God bless, and I can't wait to see you at the